Welcome to the hähnel MODUS 600 RT Speedlight. In this video, I'll cover unboxing and an introduction to the wireless kit and the Pro kit. The kits are available for Canon, Nikon and Sony. The contents of the kits are the same for all models, so in this video, as an example, I'll focus on the Canon version. Here we have the wireless Pro kit and here we have the wireless kit. The Pro kit is made up of two MODUS 600 RT speedlights, and each of those is supplied with a lithium-ion battery. The Viper TTL controller for controlling the flash guns when they're in use off camera. It also includes a charger for the lithium-ion battery and UK and Euro power leads. The wireless kit is essentially the same, except that this has one MODUS 600 RT speedlight included and one battery. So we'll have a look in a little bit more detail now at the contents of the wireless Pro kit. In the Pro kit we have two MODUS 600 RT speedlights, lithium-ion battery for each. We have an instruction manual, UK and Euro power leads, and here we have the charger for the lithium-ion batteries and your Viper TTL flash controller. So that's the contents of the Pro kit, and we look at those now in a little more detail. The Pro kit ships with two lithium-ion batteries, one for each flash gun. These are 2040 mAh capacity, and you can get up to 500 full power flashes per charge. The cycle time is typically 2 seconds, and that cycle time can be maintained over the entire flash range. We have a charger for the lithium-ion batteries. Each of the MODUS 600 RT is shipped with its own case and stand. And we have the Viper TTL flash controller, complete with AA batteries. So here we have the contents of the Pro kit: our instruction manual, two power leads, charger, two batteries, two MODUS 600 RT speedlights, and our Viper TTL flash controller. The MODUS, as we mentioned earlier, is powered by lithium-ion battery, capable of up to 500 full power flashes. Switch it on here. The head has full 360-degree rotation, and we have movement from -7 degrees to 90 degrees for bounce flash. It also includes a catch light panel and a built-in wide panel. On the side here we have an external sync socket, and we have a micro USB socket for firmware upgrades. The Viper TTL will slot into your hot shoe, and this allows you to control up to 3 off-camera flash groups. So we'll move on now and have a look at a little bit more detail how to set up the MODUS and the Viper TTL. I set up my equipment now from the Wireless Pro kit. I have my Viper TTL on the camera shoe and I've got my two MODUS 600 RT set up off camera. What I need to do now is set the off-camera MODUS into 2.4 GHz wireless slave mode, and I can use the communications button here on the right side to do that. If I scroll through this button, I go through the various options and I'll come to a stop when I have got radio communication in slave mode. And I do the same for the other one. I've got radio communication in slave mode. What I can do now is decide how I want to assign the off-camera speedlights. I can assign them to groups A, B or C, because with the Viper TTL I have the capability to control up to 3 off-camera groups. This speedlight is already on group A, so I can use the GR button to assign this speedlight to group B. So now I've got wireless communication slave, wireless communication slave, group A and group B. In a separate video, I'll go through the detail of how to set the various controls on the Viper TTL transmitter. But for the moment, you can see that there are 3 groups available to you. At the moment, all 3 groups are switched on, all 3 groups are in manual mode, and they're all set for 1/128 power. So if I press the button A on top, you can see that I switched off group A, it's off. If I press group A button on top again, it goes into TTL mode, ETTL. If I press the group A button once more, I go to manual mode and I'm switched to manual mode remotely. And I can do exactly the same for group B on the right side here. I can switch it off, switch it to TTL mode, and switch it to manual mode. Obviously, I could do the same for group C if I had a third flashlight set up as such. For the moment, I'll switch off group C since we don't have it. At the moment, I have one flash gun in group A and in group B, but of course, if I want, I could have multiple flash guns in each group. So now I have groups A and B turned on, and if I take a shot, you can see both MODUS fire. As an example, I can switch off group B and now just MODUS A will fire. And I can reverse that, switch off A, switch B into, for example, TTL mode on its own, and it fires on its own. I can mix the modes as well. So for example, I can have group A in manual mode, group B in TTL mode, and fire them accordingly. I'm using here as an example the Canon version of the product. Some of the details may differ a little on the screens here for the Nikon and Sony versions, but the principle of operation is the same. The MODUS 600 RT and Viper TTL are part of an integrated family of products from hähnel, which includes the capture range of remote controls also. From the Viper TTL on your camera, it's possible to control the MODUS 600 RT directly with their built-in 2.4 GHz wireless receivers. You can control third-party flash guns using either a Viper TTL receiver or a capture receiver. Furthermore, you can trigger the flash guns from either a capture transmitter or from a capture timer or a capture module pro. The lithium-ion battery, which is powering the MODUS 600 RT, will typically ship at about 30% state of charge. This will be enough to get you up and running and using the equipment, but we recommend that you charge the battery fully as soon as you can to start getting the best and start getting those extra flashes from the MODUS 600 RT. So now we've covered the wireless kit and the Pro kit. we've seen how they can be used to control up to 3 off-camera flash groups in manual, TTL and multi-mode. Check out some of the other videos in this series for more information about how to get the best from your hähnel MODUS 600 RT and the Viper TTL.